On this video we're taking a look at our NHL team picks and total picks for the games that are happening on Wednesday, May 4th, 2022. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Toronto Maple Leafs vs Tampa Bay Lightning. Our team pick is Toronto. And here is why. Jake Muzzin opened the scoring for Toronto with a lone goal of the opening frame with less than 2 minutes to go in the first before Austin Matthews doubled Toronto's lead just over 6 minutes into the second period. David Kampf made it 3-0 with a short-handed goal just before the midway point of the middle frame. Mitch Marner got his longtime playoff scoring monkey off of his back with a fourth Toronto goal with just over 3 minutes to go in the second, and Matthews doubled his playoff tally with a second marker and a lone goal of the third period just over 8 minutes into the third. Tampa Bay would try to get onto the board, but it was all for naught as the Leafs rode the 5-goal cushion to the finish line. In addition to the offense struggling, the defense, which allowed only 2.81 goals per game in the regular season, allowed 5 goals in Game 1. Victor Hedman, Jan Rutta, and Mikhail Sergachev combined for 14.3 defensive point shares and 323 blocked shots in the regular season, but allowed the Maple Leafs to establish a strong offensive zone presence and find open shots on the net. In addition, goaltender Andrei Vasilevskiy looks to rebound from a game where he allowed 5 goals on 33 shots after putting together a remarkable regular season where he had a .916 save percentage and a 2.49 goals against average on 1868 shots. The Maple Leafs defense struggled in the regular season, allowing 3.11 goals per game, but the unit also stepped up in Game 1, shutting out the Lightning. Morgan Rielly and TJ Brodie, who combined for 8.6 defensive point shares and 193 blocked shots in the regular season, led the way in Game 1, forcing turnovers in the defensive zone, but the rest of the unit also stepped up, preventing the Lightning from finding effective shots on the net and controlling the puck throughout the game. In addition, goaltender Jack Campbell, who had a .914 save percentage and a 2.64 goals against average on 1430 shots this season, saved all 24 shots in the Game 1 win. I get the reasoning for backing the Lightning here as they're the 2-time defending champions and have to be a bit embarrassed after being dismantled in the opener. However, I think Toronto's also full of confidence right now, and at some point you had to figure the losing thing was going to get old for the young Leafs. Toronto's focused on the task at hand, and I said before, the Lightning haven't looked right for some time now. I think Toronto takes a 2-0 series lead into Tampa Bay and gets the win here at a reasonable price. Our total pick is under 6.5 goals. Tampa Bay finished the season 5th in the Eastern Conference. They are looking to make some history and win the Stanley Cup for the 3rd year in a row. The Lightning did not kick off the playoffs on the right foot as they dropped Game 1 5-0. Andrei Vasilevskiy struggled in the net, allowing 5 goals on 33 shots faced. An uncharacteristic performance by Vasilevskiy and the Lightning. Toronto finished the season 3rd in the Eastern Conference. They have not won a playoff series since 2004. The Leafs kicked off the playoffs with a 5-0 victory over the defending back-to-back champions, Tampa Bay Lightning, to take a 1-0 lead in the series. Austin Matthews showed up, scoring twice and having an assist. Mitchell Marner scored a goal and had an assist. Jack Campbell was perfect in the net, stopping all 24 shots he faced. Minnesota Wild vs St. Louis Blues. Our team pick is St. Louis Blues, and here is why. The Blues were led by their offense all season, scoring 3.81 goals per game, and the unit stepped up in Game 1, scoring 4 goals in the dominant win. David Perrin, who scored 27 goals and 30 assists this season, led the offense with a hat-trick and an assist, but the rest of the offense also played great. Ryan O'Reilly, Braden Shen, and Brandon Saad, who combined for 69 goals and 96 assists this season, combined for a goal and 3 assists in Game 1, while defensemen Torrey Krug and Justin Falk opened up the offense from the blue line with 4 assists in the game. The Wild were led by one of the best defenses in the league, scoring 3.77 goals per game, but in Game 1 the offense was shut out. The hope is that Kirill Kaprizov, Ryan Hartman, and Kevin Fiala, who scored 114 goals and 144 assists in the regular season combined, can step up and carry the offense. Moreover, Matt Zuccarello, Joel Eriksson and Marcus Foligno, who combined for 73 goals and 97 assists, need to step up to lead the later lines of the offense in the upcoming game and the rest of the series. The St. Louis Blues are averaging 4 goals per game and are scoring on 33.3% of their power play opportunities. David Perron leads St. Louis with 3 goals, Toby Krug has 3 assists and Ryan O'Reilly has 4 shots on goal. Defensively, the St. Louis Blues are allowing 0 goals per game and are killing 100% of their opponents' power plays. Ville Husso has given up 0 goals on 37 shots faced. The Minnesota Wild are averaging 0 goals per game and are scoring on 0% of their power play opportunities. Kirill Kaprizov leads Minnesota with 5 shots on goal, Joel Eriksson has 5 shots on goal, and Kevin Fiala has 4 shots on goal. Defensively, the Minnesota Wild are allowing 4 goals per game and are killing 66.7% of their opponents' power plays. Marc-Andre Fleury has given up 4 goals on 31 shots faced. The Minnesota Wild should be favored because they're at home and they can't realistically lose this game and have a great chance to win the series. However, the St. Louis Blues have been great on the road and in the underdog role for much of the season. Also, the Blues have won 6 straight games against the Wild and 10 of the last 11 meetings overall. The value is with the Blues in this spot. Our total pick is over 6. The Blues were very good on offense this season. They ended the season scoring 4 goals or more in 7 of their last 10 games and continued to click by scoring 4 goals in Game 1 of their playoff series. They rank 3rd in goals per game and 18th in shots per game this year. Vladimir Tarasenko led the team with 82 points on the season. Robert Thomas had 77 points. 8 players had over 50 points on the season for the Blues. It was a very balanced effort on offense for the Blues. The Wild finished 2nd in the Western Conference. They ended the season on a high note, going 8-1-1 in their last 10 games, but they could not keep that momentum going in the first game of their playoff series. Minnesota lost Game 1 4-0. Marc-Andre Fleury got the start and he allowed 4 goals on 31 shots faced. The Wild's offense, which was very good all season, got shut out in Game 1. Edmonton Oilers vs Los Angeles Kings. Our team pick is Los Angeles plus 1.5 goals. And here is why. The game was scoreless through the first half of the opening frame, but the Kings would take the lead with 9 minutes to go in the opening frame before Alex Iafallo doubled Los Angeles' lead with just over 3 minutes to go in the period. Connor McDavid got the Oilers on the board with less than a minute to go in the opening frame to make things interesting after 20 minutes of play. Philip Danault delivered the game-winning goal with a little over 5 minutes left in the contest to give Los Angeles a 4-3 victory over Edmonton. Danault finished with a goal and an assist. Danault had entered the postseason on a hot streak, recording points in 11 of his last 13 games. He finished 3rd on the club with 51 points. The Edmonton Oilers showed a lot of heart in this contest, twice finding themselves trailing before tying the score. However, they were never able to take the lead in this game. Mike Smith struggled, allowing 4 goals on 35 shots. He had entered the postseason on a roll, allowing 10 total goals over his last 8 games. However, the Kings scored 2 goals in the span of a little less than 6 minutes in the first frame, as Smith struggled with controlling rebounds. Kailer Yamamoto tied things at 2 on the power play for the Oilers, but Brendan Lemieux restored LA's lead just 1:11 later. Leon Draisaitl tied the game again at 3 on the power play, just before the midway mark of the middle frame, and that tie would hold through the rest of the second and most of the third. Philip Danault would give the Kings the lead for good, taking advantage of a miscue by Oilers goaltender Mike Smith, potting what would turn into the game-winning goal with just over 5 minutes to go in regulation. The Oilers tried to respond, but the Kings held on for a massive Game 1 win. I get the case that could be made for the Oilers to get back on track here, as it was a big blunder that changed the tide of the opener, and if that doesn't happen, we may be having a completely different discussion. However, I think there's a strong possibility we see an inspired effort from the Kings here to try to take a 2-0 series lead back home, which isn't something you see often. I'm not sure they win the game outright, but I think there's value backing the Kings with the plus 1.5 option here. Our total pick is over 6.5 goals. When looking at the Los Angeles Kings' performance during 5-on-5 time, their shooting percentage of 6.7% puts them below the league average. However, they have made up for this lack of efficiency by generating 5-on-5 scoring chances at an above-average rate. Based on the quality of their shot attempts, advanced metrics show the Kings should have at least 26.2 more goals on their total. In terms of goalie play, the Kings rank 21st, with a save percentage of 91.35%. In high-danger situations, the unit has turned away goals at a rate of 82.97%, placing them 22nd in the NHL. When looking at the Edmonton Oilers' performance during 5-on-5 time, their shooting percentage of 7.8% puts them below the league average. However, they have made up for this lack of efficiency by generating 5-on-5 scoring chances at an above-average rate. Based on the quality of their shot attempts, advanced metrics show the Oilers should have at least 11.7 more goals on their total. In terms of goalie play, the Oilers have a save percentage of just 91.42%, placing them 20th in the league. However, when teams have generated scoring chances against a defense, Edmonton's goalies are ranked 13th in save percentage. Disclaimer: no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.